I'm just always so amazed at how beautiful this sea of blue and green can be. I mean, every day
All
I get to
right.
work in this environment, and it's absolutely fascinating. One of the things that we like to do is video record our sheep coming out of the trailer. It's probably the easiest way to count them. I don't know if you've ever tried to count sheep before, but it is challenging to say the least. But I would say that when you get an opportunity to stand atop a trailer at sunset, watch all these beautiful sheep come out, and then gaze across this glorious pasture here, it's quite breathtaking, really. It's amazing. All right, everyone. So I just love these beautiful evenings on the solar sites. It's crazy to think this land right here that we're on used to be corn, and now look at all this lush grass. And I'm filling up our waters over here. The pigs are probably just going to knock over the water buckets. But, the sun is setting, and I get to look out at all of this. This is great. And that is our chicken tractor with 240-ish birds. And this is amazing. I didn't have to buy this land. We lost our dairy farm when I was a kid, and in the 80s, and that was tough, But being a landless farmer for so many years, or a hobby farmer, you might want to say, or a homesteader, having access to these solar sites is just it's amazing. And getting paid to maintain this vegetation, allows me to buy fun toys like this, have awesome chicken tractors like this, and get paid to do what I love. And there's just nothing better than that. Check out this new hat. Everybody, I am a chicken farmer. We just actually ordered our second batch of chicks. They should be ready, I think, on the 28th. And we're actually going to raise up a few turkeys with them. Have any of you guys ever done that? We're going to... All right, check this out. So I'm just walking around this one particular project here, kind of just enjoying the meadow and getting excited about bringing our sheep here. But get this, and I love these little surprises that I find on these solar sites everywhere. People don't realize how bustling they are with energy. I mean, these and I mean energy in the form of life, like teeming with life, but also little surprises like wild strawberries everywhere. I mean, there are acres and acres of wild strawberries just hanging out. Oh wow, these strawberries, they are tiny. They're like smaller than my thumbnail. But boy, they are so flavorful. Yeah. Got like a whole, itty bitty deliciousness. All right, so I'm a little dirty because it's been a bit of a long day. 5 moves, and I remember about a week ago, or maybe it was a little over a week ago at this point, I was sharing with you guys these black panels. and how crazy that was, and the grass, the amount of grass that was on this site. All right, guys, so this is a new site, but black panels, I don't know if I can get used to that. I'm so used to being in like a sea of blue that that these black panels here, man, they kind of look cool. I mean, certainly the vegetation looks ultra lush under here. I'm wondering if it's not a little more shady, and as a result, the grass is just growing a little better. But the laneway grass is definitely a lighter green, and then as you get underneath the panels, the grass gets much more lush and deep green. So anyway, crazy. Tell me what you think about black panels. And it was, knee high and super lush and really dense. And look at this now that the sheep have eaten this. They have just crushed that site. So there's still a little bit of stemmy stuff here and there, and there's some thistles that we're going to need to come back and cut down. Some little areas like guys like this here. So we'll come through and cut those by hand. And it looks like, these guys are going to be ready to move. It's our job to protect the pastures we have. Herbicide isn't our first step, but when thistles threaten the pasture, stewardship means stepping in and doing so carefully to protect what matters. We understand that there's an ecological component to what we do as farmers, so using a very targeted and selective herbicide, we can ensure that the species and grasses that we want to thrive remain. And that's very important for us farmers. And you got to remember, farming looks different for everyone. We're just very fortunate that we have the opportunity to rotate our sheep around between pastures to give the pastures time to rest and to manage unwanted vegetation appropriately. What a beautiful day. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling right now. I am now in a field of mint. I just can't begin to tell you how satisfying it is to harvest all of this amazing mint. There's probably 4 or 5 different varieties of mint here. This solar site just keeps producing. It's so amazing to be able to have this product. We're hoping to be able to not just only make tea, and obviously it goes well with the lamb, but we want to start making some essential oils. And I'm going to look into what it takes to really dig into this on the solar sites. So pretty excited about what that's going to look like in the future. All right, everyone, here we are. It is the first week of May, and we're starting to expand our mushroom growing operation. So last year we did a lot of the shiitake mushrooms, and this year we're going to start with a bunch of oyster mushrooms. We've got 3 different varieties of oyster mushrooms, and we also have some wine caps that we're going to be putting in between, and some lion's mane as well. So we're really excited about this. Here's a little bit of what that looks like, kind of coming down. Okay, so we've got mushrooms from all the way down there, all the way along here, and we're gonna have mushrooms all the way to the end. So it's gonna be about 500 feet of mushroom.
I didn't expect that many mushrooms to come out of here. I mean, I was hopeful that we would get a lot, but the amount that come out of here is pretty staggering. It's mind-blowing. And personally, I think that as an experiment, I think this worked out just fine. You know, like, can you use the solar field for more than just solar panels? Well, I think we pretty much answered that question. Yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, this just being a small patch, now just imagine how many pounds you would get if each and every one of these rows of panels had mushrooms growing underneath it. I'd rather do this. This type of work is much, much, much better than trimming and scything and sickle barring. And yeah, no, this is the way to go. Absolutely, this is a better use of the space. Why keep mowing? Why keep cutting? Why keep doing maintenance when you could do this? And you can actually make mushrooms. And if you're not going to eat them, you could sell them. Like, this is 100 times better than trimming. I mean, why mow when you can grow, right?
Guys, so a little bit of sad news, actually quite a bit of sad news. Our dear friend and the landowner, who I've gotten to know over the years, passed away recently. He was, 88 years old, and, it was struggling with health issues in the final days there, but just a work ethic of this guy is unbelievable. And, he was always at it, always at something, and happy and eager to help. He pulled me out this last spring. And this is why we are thankful for good friends. I still got to get my truck out though. That's not going to be fun. Just an amazing man, a great family, and we are so grateful to have the opportunity to, to farm this land, because otherwise we're tenant farmers, right? So I didn't buy this farm. I didn't own this land. This is his investment, and his family gets to reap the rewards of the revenue from the solar, and I get to reap the rewards of farming on tax-free land that I didn't have to purchase thanks to the decision that they made to put solar on their farm. And that was the right decision for them as they were getting older. And but just the ability for me to come in and continue farming has been amazing. So as I always say on these sites, there's so many, it's just, they're bursting with flowers. They're bursting with things. And if you look close enough, you can find all sorts of great things. So I decided to make a little bouquet in honor of my buddy Wayne and for his family here. I thought it was pretty fitting. But so these are the ones you're going to commonly see. After scouring the site and, doing my very best, this is what we came up with the solar site bouquet for my buddy and his family. I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. I can't take all the credit. My wife My wife helped me with this. Do we put the thistle in? You know, if it had a blooming head, I probably would put it in there, and I'm Scottish and we kind of like thistles even though we hate them. There is something rugged and beautiful about them. And this one particular one has made the cut